Last night, social media didn't just whisper, it screamed. The rumors about Ciara and Mendeecees spread like wildfire, and suddenly the entire internet was asking the same question: what really happened between them? Fans flooded time with speculation after Karlie dropped what she boldly called the receipts of a secret late-night encounter. Nobody can confirm if it's fact, but the sheer noise of it all has turned this into one of the biggest scandals the love and hip-hop circle has ever seen. Picture this: a friend, someone once trusted, suddenly tied to a storyline no one saw coming. Ciara, usually outspoken and fearless, now finds herself in the center of a storm she can't control. And Mendeecees, known for his messy past and tangled relationships, is once again pulled into controversy. The twist came from Karlie, who didn't just hint but pushed the narrative into overdrive by flashing supposed proof. With that move, whispers in dark corners transformed into a full-blown explosion. Was it betrayal? A misunderstanding? Or the biggest setup of the season? Fans demanded answers as the frenzy escalated. It all began with quiet murmurs on fan pages and late-night Twitter threads, but within hours it turned into a trending circus. At the center stood Ciara, a woman who built her brand on loyalty and no-nonsense energy. Suddenly her name was tied to Mendeecees, a man forever linked to chaos and betrayal. The internet didn't need confirmation, it needed fuel. Karlie delivered it. She claimed she had screenshots, video clips, and captions that would silence any doubt. Blurry images, cryptic text threads, and grainy clips became ammunition for fans to pick sides. Rewind to the first spark. Reports surfaced that Ciara and Mendeecees were spotted leaving a lounge together. Not just leaving but leaving close. Too close for people who insisted they were nothing but friends. The description traveled faster than fire, and blogs rushed to publish headlines like late-night link-up raises eyebrows. At first, some dismissed it. Maybe it was work, maybe it was harmless. But when Karlie pulled out what she called proof, everything shifted. Screenshots allegedly showed Ciara and Mendeecees texting, with lines like "last night was unforgettable," and "when's the next time?" splashed across time. Skeptics said the texts could be fake, but fans hungry for drama took them as confirmation. Then came a grainy video clip that looked like two figures resembling them walking into a hotel lobby. Though unclear, fans filled in the blanks themselves. By then, the narrative was out of Ciara's control. Her friends were stunned. They couldn't reconcile the loyal woman they knew with the allegations now plastered everywhere. One insider insisted, "She's always been about loyalty. If this is true, it changes everything." Meanwhile, Mendeecees stayed silent. His quietness only fueled more speculation. Was it strategy, guilt, or just arrogance? Nobody knew, but the silence was deafening. Then the story escalated again. A leaked phone call surfaced online. A voice many believed was Ciara's could be heard saying, "I can't believe he told her everything." Skeptics dismissed it as edited audio, but fans latched on. To them, it was another piece of the puzzle. Social media split into two armies, #Team Ciara versus #Team Karlie. Memes mocked the situation, hashtags trended worldwide. And suddenly this wasn't just TVIT, was a public trial with fans as the jury. Behind the scenes, producers scrambled, emergency cast meetings were called, and phones were banned on set to stop leaks. Still, leaks poured out rumors of screaming matches, tears, and walkouts. Castmates whispered about betrayal while blogs spun every word into headlines. For fans, this wasn't just entertainment anymore. Every smile, every glance, every silence from past episodes was replayed online with new meaning. Had the signs been there all along? What made everything worse was Mendeecees' history. Old controversies resurfaced. Some said this was history repeating, while others believed the storyline was being blown up for ratings. But it was Karlie's confidence that stuck. Flashing her phone and declaring she had undeniable receipts gave her story weight. Whether real or fake, her boldness made fans believe something was true. And once doubt was planted, there was no way to bury it again. As the chaos swirled, Ciara fought back. She dismissed it all as a setup, claiming people were desperate for clout. But even as she denied it, the internet twisted her words into punchlines. Friends posted cryptic messages, like "the ones you trust cut the deepest," while Mendeecees' own associates dropped vague hints that only fanned the flames. The scandal spilled out of TV and into real-life family dinners, brand deals, even her daily coffee runs became speculation fodder. And just when it seemed the frenzy couldn't grow any louder, Karlie teased there was more. During a live session, she hinted, "You think that was all? Baby, I've got more where that came from." Whether bluff or fact, her words sent shockwaves through the fandom. The streets believed there were bigger bombs waiting to drop. The storm only grew heavier after Karlie's threat of more receipts. Fans couldn't sleep. Timelines buzzed with theories about what she still had saved on her phone. Was it a voice note? A clearer video, or something even more damaging? Whatever it was, the mere possibility kept the scandal alive and louder than ever. For Sierra, the pressure was crushing. Friends said she broke down in private, whispering through tears, "I can't breathe without people thinking I'm guilty." Behind her strong public image, she was unraveling. Yet every time she stepped outside, cameras followed her, paparazzi waiting to capture even the smallest move. A coffee run turned into headlines, and every glance was reinterpreted as guilt. Her brand, her friendships, her identity, everything was on the line. On the other hand, Karlie thrived. She leaned into the chaos, booking interviews with gossip, blogs, and feeding fans cryptic captions like, "The truth always wins." Whether she was chasing clout or exposing dishonesty didn't matter, she had become the queen of the scandal. Even those close to her admitted privately that she was playing with fire, but she showed no signs of slowing down. The cast finally came together for a group shoot, and the tension was unbearable. When Sierra walked in, the air froze, eyes locked on her, whispers stopped, and the energy turned electric. Karlie, never one to back down, went straight at her. "You've got everybody fooled, but I've got the truth right here," she said, waving her phone. Sierra's composure cracked. "You really want to ruin me for a storyline?" She snapped back, her voice trembling but sharp. The fight exploded, producers rushing to pull them apart as accusations flew across the room. Meanwhile, Mendeecees sat silent, almost detached. When someone demanded, "Did you or didn't you?" he shrugged and muttered, "People gonna believe what they want." That single line enraged fans. To some, it was arrogance, to others, guilt. Either way, it was fuel for the fire. Online, the phrase "people gonna believe what they want" trended as memes, mocked him for dodging the truth. Leaks from the set painted a picture of total chaos, shouting matches, tears, and threats to quit. One castmate posted online, "Loyalty is not negotiable," and though no names were mentioned, everyone knew the shade was aimed at Sierra. Even Mendeecees' partner at home was said to be furious, demanding answers. Insiders whispered about explosive arguments behind closed doors, some describing it as World War III in that house, as if that wasn't enough. A blogger released an anonymous email detailing a secret dinner date between Sierra and Mendeecees. The level of detail down to outfits and drinks ordered sent fans spiraling. Skeptics brushed it off as fanfiction, but others swore it was too specific to be fake. Soon after, old photos resurfaced of them at a charity event months ago. Suddenly, harmless smiles and laughter were reinterpreted as the beginning of it all. The more Sierra denied, the less people believed. Even her closest allies began to waver, some admitting they weren't sure if she was being fully honest. "Her circle is shrinking," one insider revealed. "People don't know if they can trust her anymore." The final blow came when Karlie dropped what she called her biggest receipt yet, a muffled voice note. Fans swore it was Mendeecees' voice saying, "She knows what this is, and she's cool with it." Within minutes, the audio went viral. Some claimed it was doctored, others declared it real, but everyone agreed it reignited the scandal like gasoline on fire. Sierra immediately called it fake, insisting people were desperate enough to stitch anything together. But the damage was already done. During a tense filming session, Sierra broke down in tears, pleading with Karlie, "Why are you doing this to me? What do you get out of ruining my life?" Karlie's response cut like ice. "Maybe I'm just tired of fake people pretending they're better than the rest of us." The words silenced the room, leaving Sierra shattered. Even then, Mendeecees stayed cryptic. Instead of clarifying, he posted online, "Truth don't need defending." That single line sent fans into chaos. Was it a confession? Was it denial? Nobody knew, but everybody had an opinion. The ambiguity left the entire fandom divided. As the saga dragged on, fans turned into detectives, analyzing timestamps on texts, matching jewelry and blurry videos, even hiring so-called experts to dissect the audio. Online forums became investigative agencies, pushing theories that grew wilder every day. And through it all, the producers kept rolling cameras, capturing breakdowns, confrontations, and betrayals. knowing ratings were climbing with every twist. By the end, the scandal didn't just damage reputations, it shattered trust, destroyed friendships, and blurred the line between truth and performance. Ciara's confidence was broken, Karlie's fire burned hotter than ever, and Mendeecees remained the mystery at the center of it all. Whether the receipts were real or fabricated no longer mattered. The doubt had been planted so deep that it could never be erased. This wasn't just drama, it was a reckoning, and its aftermath promised to linger long after the headlines moved on.